Hello.
Alright, so how was the episode for you? It got pretty crazy towards the end.
Yep. I really like this episode.
Yeah, the first part,
Well, I like the ending of the
the
episode.
first part was really a miss for me because, like, what was it? I'm just gonna get straight into it. But, like, was it frustrating for you too? How Belle was being so vague and like saying just the random stuff. He was like, she was like, I'm in love with you, and he was like, I can't be in love with you because you. I'm, I was like, I was like, and she was like, I'm head over heels with you, and he was like, well, Hestia will be angry. I'm like, come on. I'm like, at this point, I just got. It wasn't even because I thought he was dense. I was just at the point. I'm like, Bill, you must think she's an idiot.
He must have been an idiot.
He was deflecting. He was deflecting better than like like a goalie in the FIFA World Cup.
I don't know. Bell is a very weird
Like
character.
the deflection was crazy. I was like, come on, just. I'm glad he actually knew because like sometimes I've seen other anime where they just will flat out refuse to accept what's going on in the situation. They like go they become like delusional. I'm like, and I'm glad he at least knew what was going on. He was intentionally deflecting on purpose, and I'm glad Wilfred came to him way after and like talked some sense into him. Uh, but yeah,
Goku asking what a kiss is still hilarious.
who?
Goku asking what a kiss is still hilarious.
Man, that's let's let's that's something else. All right, let's get into the news before we lose our minds. Crunchyroll adds World's Brand Cry TV anime to their service. Next, singer Ado goes on Havana World Tour with concerts in the West. Now, I have no idea how this is gonna work because I'm pretty sure Ado is like an anonymous singer. She doesn't really reveal herself at all in public. So I think it's gonna be some kind of virtual thing, like with like a big projector.
I think I think Otto does do stage concerts, but Otto doesn't. She doesn't allow cameras because obviously she's trying to keep her identity hidden.
Oh,
So
wait, in this day and
that's why
well,
there's no video from an Otto concert.
I don't know. I feel like they won't work in the West. We
Oh,
uh
it definitely would work in the West, but I believe she's already done a tour in the West as well. So
yeah. You think it would work in the West like with the no camera thing?
I think she's already done a few shows over here. Plus, I believe security would have to ensure that no one has a camera in the concert. So they might have a thing where they take all phones. So
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just it could be the case. It's just like do you think like people would like not try to like hide anything? Because like I don't
oh,
know.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I think she can just sue them
Yeah.
for an insane amount of money.
I don't know. I think we both know that like I don't know the people like in states or a lot or like I don't know just maybe Europe or a lot of like not like civilized. We know they follow the rules on less. Like we know how many like people try to get past the rules in the West.
Yeah.
Okay, next thing. Live action Under Ninja film reveals final cast members. Now, did you hear this anime that came out like a few seasons ago? Under Ninja.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I watched some of it. I didn't finish it though.
Okay. Alright, next thing. Gundam Workroom for Vineyard series ranks number 7 on Netflix's weekly global English TV
Wait,
series.
is Under Ninja? Which one is Under Ninja?
It's that funny like show about undercover people in Japan doing I don't know stuff.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I watched some of it. I didn't finish it though.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, the Gundam stuff. Gundam, I think there's a VR anime we're talking about, but I'm not sure. Could be something else. Yeah, season 1 earns 2.4 million views and ranked second in TV in all languages in Japan and 4 other territories. So good for them.
People really like Gundam.
That sounds like the understatement of like the decade. Next, John Wick anime plans prequel feature film. The Hollywood Reporter says that the anime will show the impossible task that let John retire. And that sounds like a lie because like this man did not retire. I guess he was their entire for like a hot minute. But yeah, that's all the news I have for right now, and we can get into this episode of DanMachi, Season 5, Episode 4, Sidar, God and Girl. Sidar. They could be like vessels. Can I say something like that? Like vessels for gods?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we can go in a little bit chronological order now before we get into that. So I'll go through this first part pretty fast because literally it's nothing really happens earlier. Like we get back to the end scene. They both take a shower. Belle's like really embarrassed and frustrated, doesn't even know what to do. Seer comes up to him very strongly. It's like she wants him to sleep in the same bed as her and everything, and tries to confess her love to him multiple times, but Bill is not having that. He keeps on reflecting same vague things that don't really give her a straight answer at all, whether he is like reciprocates her feelings or if he really even understands what she's trying to say. So this part really frustrated me. I was like, I might have to. I was really like, I hate this stuff in romance series all the time. Like, just get it over with already. If you don't like her, just say you don't like her. If you like her, say you like her. That's it. It's not like the end of the world. You know, if one person doesn't like the other person, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that got settled by the end of this episode. So anyway, that happens, and then eventually they both go to sleep. When Belle wakes up, she's Siri isn't there anymore, and he goes looking for her. While he's looking for her, he notices that all the people who were watching before are not watching him, which he finds strange. He then notices there is one person, and that person is, I think, Agni. I think it's his name, Agni, which was the elf from other episodes. Agni is like the Chunibyo, like middle school syndrome, delusional. I'm really insulting this character. Yeah.
It was funny, his introduction, because they when he was talking to Bale said the name that they call him, and what was it, like Cringe Lord something? And it was funny.
I don't know, something like cringe something like cringe lord or something like that. Basically, like he said no. They call him cringe infected because he
Cringe infected, yeah.
because he speaks in like very verbose and like big words as he said it, and like he's like a delusional. He's like a kind of character in an anime who thinks he's an anime character, which is always funny and kind of meta. But yeah, he's talking like he's like a different person than he really is, which kind of makes me think of Freya in serious situation. I don't think about it, but I don't think about it too deeply. But yeah, he has this like false persona and stuff. Like he's a lot more like dramatic and serious and stuff. Anyway, he's kind of a carrot though, and like he starts talking to Belle. I think he lets it. I'm not sure. Does he tell Belle where Seer in quotation marks is?
No.
Okay. You sure?
Does he tell Bale who's serious?
Where Seer is.
Oh, no.
Okay. So I don't know. So I guess the point where I don't know. Okay, how did Belle find Seer the first time? The fake Seer. Or
he looked up, and the wolf dude was like sitting on the man. It was just a wall. He was sitting on the wall, and I'm pretty sure it was Freya's right hand man. I can't remember his name, but he looked up at the wall. He was standing there, and he looked in the direction of where fake Seer was.
I see. Also, I skipped over the part where Wolf and Belle had that conversation. Do you remember how that went?
Wealth and Bale. Essentially, he was just saying that Bale can't leave the relationship. I guess how it is, because Wealth admired that Bale was such a straightforward person.
Belle can be like wishy-washy about it. You can't just like not give her a clear answer at all, which I like. Wolf is Wolf's my favorite
Will
character.
said, "Don't make me lose respect for you
I
because
feel,
of this," and I was like, "Damn, Will,
I feel like you're speaking for
like,
me.
is that bad?"
It is. It's that bad.
Like,
He was
Will said, "Don't make me lose respect for you over this." Like
I,
that, Will?
I, well, come on, because like you can clearly tell like she's in love with you, and he's basically like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know what's going on. It's like, isn't that crazy?
Man,
But yeah, then that part happens where Arthur points out where just looks in the direction of where Horn is, or Sirius. Who is Horn? Actually, I don't know.
we have not gotten to that
Yeah,
point yet.
basically stares in the direction. Yeah, but like we know, we all know what's going on. But yeah, Arthur basically stares in the direction where Sirius is. Belle goes to meet her, and then they get ambushed by the rest of the Freya Familia. And then I think this is the part where the waitress will show up to help out, right?
Yes. Now this part, I have something to say.
What?
What's the name of the Chinuba, the cringe infested dude?
Hockney.
Hockney, brother. That was so crazy. So when Bale first shows up and he starts talking to Seer, Seer tries to kiss him, and Hockney just blows up like where they are. So Bale gets Seer out of the way, they dodge, and Hockney starts a fight with Bale. We don't know why, because Hockney, as is revealed earlier in the episode, Bale kind of said that Hockney was the last person left to watch over Bale because everybody else was looking for Seer. So Bale, Bale started to fight Hockney, and man, Hockney was swinging his sword at Bale, and Bale was on like pure defense. Hockney was just walking this man down,
Yeah,
like actually walking him down, swinging his sword. That's so crazy.
Yeah, they call him a first class adventurer for a reason. It seems.
Like, bro, Bale could not do anything, and Hockney was just walking him down. And when the maids got there to help, Hockney, it was so cool. Hockney did something that I don't think I've seen before. He flash stepped to the wall. Like, there was a building near him. He flash stepped onto the roof of the building.
That was some crazy choreography right there. I was like,
it broke the wall, but you couldn't really see him flash over there. Yeah. You just knew that he flashed there because the next time he appeared, he was in that direction. But he flashed up to the wall, broke the wall, and immediately dashed. It was so cool. It was so cool.
Yeah, they almost never they see flash ups all the time, but they never show like the in between of like, oh, this is what this person was actually moving to when they flashed up. But this one was like, yes. no, this is he was moving fast, but he left impact on what he was moving through. You know, the physics,
almost as if to say he's just that fast because no one could keep up with him, and he has like a great sword, but no one could stop this man. Hockney is amazing. Hockney might be my favorite Freya Familia character.
I gotta give props to like the director, whoever's responsible for that scene. I was like, that's a small thing, but it's like you never see Flash Step actually leaving an impact on like they're going like miles. They're like going like at supersonic speeds, but you never see them leave any kind of impact on their surroundings. And this director's like, you know what? If he's really going that fast, he should leave an impact. You know, even if you can't really see where his moving path, it should still leave an impact on what he's moving, on, right? So that was cool. But yeah, go
after the maids show up and they try to help Belle and Seer, Ryu tells, not Ryu, it's the human. I can't remember her name. It's the one human. I can't remember her name right now, but she tells Belle and Seer to get out of there, and they stay and fight, which in retrospect is very dumb because Hockney dogs Ryu. Like, Ryu is managing for a little while, but he's just too fast, so he ends up slicing her, not cutting her in half, but he gives her a large like scar across the body and kicks her to a nearby building. She crashes into the wall. She's out of the fight. We skip back to the black cat and the human. They're also out of the fight. They got dogged because another group showed up for Hakane of like four people, but they don't look important, but they probably are because they dogged this group of people and they were all adventurers at one point.
I think they were the four halfling brothers that showed up.
Oh, that would make sense
Well,
actually.
they call them prom in this series. They call them like prom. They're like four like people that look short all the time. Like they just look short forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So, they're probably actually pretty busted,
they revealed that I really need to start writing down names, but
Yeah,
they revealed
his
that
name, no, I got you. His name is Alan.
who was Alan, the
He,
Black Wolf?
no, he's well, I thought he was wolf, but it seemed like he's a cat actually. Yes.
Yeah, because his sister's the cat
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, Adam from the Freya Familia shows up,
Alan.
and his sister
Alan, not
Allie, no? Alan.
Yeah.
Alan shows up, and his sister is actually. It's revealed that his sister is the orange cat
Yeah.
from the diner, and it doesn't seem like a loving relationship. Who could have guessed?
No. It's like Itachi and Sasuke, perfect relationship. I love the other part. It's like, yo, stop talking cat puns. I know you can speak normal.
he his sister tries to stop him from going after Seer, but he just kind of looks at her and she gets the point. Very rude, very rude. But my problem with this whole thing, they didn't have to do this because it's revealed after we find Belle and Seer that after meeting up with Hermes, Wallen Whatsit, and Hestia, they're told. I guess they're told, or they just find their way to a nearby church, and it's revealed that it's not actually Seer, as she tries to kill him, and Belle knows it. It's Horn who can disguise as Seer, and Belle kind of reveals that he knew all along because he went for a kiss. Because Horn went for a kiss on Belle, and he told Seer about it last night. So Seer probably wouldn't try it again.
No.
But
that wasn't the case. It was because he had the piece of the pendant that with the knight on it.
Oh yeah, she kept her pendant. Yeah, okay.
So she had the pendant with
Seer,
on it, and he had the pendant with the knight on it, and Horn didn't have it, so he knew that wasn't her.
Yeah. So Belle figures out that it's not Seer, but as Horn and Belle start to talk, Belle still tries to save Horn because he says, he tries to tell her that, or he doesn't try to tell her. He tells her that they're still going to try to kill you, so you might want to go. And she says, "This is what I hate about you. You're a hypocrite," and I don't understand that because when Belle says something,
don't try to understand it. It doesn't make sense.
Because when Belle says he's going to do something, Belle stands on it 10 toes down.
It's like classic villain line. It's like, you're just like me. You just don't know it. It's like, no, you beat up people just like I do. Like I beat up people, kill people. Like you.
You burned the orphanage. I saved the orphanage that you burned. We're not the same.
You punched me in the face. I punched all those innocent orphans in the face too.
But it's revealed that it's Horn. The Freya Familia shows up. Horn sort of has a mental breakdown because she doesn't want Belle to taint the goddess.
Yeah.
Because I guess human relationships is tainting for a goddess, which would I guess be fair.
Yeah.
Because she's
don't
not a religious.
don't tell that to mythical Zeus.
Belle meets up with Seer and follows Welf's advice. Seer confesses everything to Belle. Belle still says no. Very sad scene, and we get to the after credits, in which it's revealed, dun da da da, Seer is actually Freya, and Freya was using Seer sort of as a way to try to get close to Belle because she wants Belle all for herself.
Yeah.
So that was Seer, the kind-hearted waitress that works at the tavern.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think it was even for longer than that. I don't think that Seer persona was just made for Bell. I think Seer was
yeah,
around
it was.
for even longer.
Yeah, Seer made what? Okay, we'll get into it after this. But yeah,
Yeah,
Seer reveals that, or Freya reveals that yes, she is Seer, but she also says that she is done
yeah,
with Seer
yeah.
because
She's done
it
pretending to
didn't
be
work.
girl, which I was like, man, this is a massive power play to be like, yeah, I was pretending to be a different person just to give it to him. I was like, I'm done. I was like, that is some commitment right there. Like, I'm just, like, if she really spent all that time in the tavern, like theoretically, it's like I don't think she did, but if she really spent all the time in the tavern, even the times when she wasn't there, just to get on his good side with attention, so she could potentially get with him, like in some kind of like save the downside kind of scenario. That is some insane commitment. Insane commitment. You
Yeah,
gotta give us some props.
but that is the end of that
Yeah,
episode.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
And
the ending really sold for me. I was like, finally, after how long has it been? Like 9 years. After 8 or 9 years, we finally figured out, kind of, for the most part, who Seer really is and how she's connected to Freya. Turns out she is Freya. Also, she is not Freya.
oh, I did forget to mention actually
What?
that during I don't know if it was, I don't remember specifically where it was. It was somewhere near the ending, but they do reveal that Freya gains the seer name because a child born of poor descent, I guess you would say,
A
walks
poor.
up to Freya and she says she wants to be like Freya,
Yeah,
in
she.
which Freya initiates a deal with said young girl to take her name and
Yeah,
give her a new
yeah,
one.
yeah. And
It's
that child was probably horned, but Evil Deeds has
it
a
was
crazy.
probably on.
But Evil Deeds has a
Yeah.
crazy theory because it was right. I think we saw that flashback while we were looking at horn at the same time. So I'm like
Yeah.
99% right. That is her. I
99%
let
sure.
me say
I
like
have a two-cent theory.
let me. Let him say his theory first, but like as far as the show is presenting us so far, they want us to believe is that basically Horn was a little girl, poor, she didn't really have anything, and she met Fear about some chance, and she was like, I want to become like. She was like, I want to become like you. I want to be you. That's my wish. I think Fear asked her what her wish was, and she was like, I want to become you. And Fear was like, I'll let you do that by giving you one of my names. The name was probably Horn. That's what I think he wants to believe. And then she was like, and then I'll take your name or something like that. And she was like, oh, my name is Seer. And so and then I think Horn even said something about like, you don't know her like I do. We share like the same psyche or something like that. And
They share memories. Yes.
yeah, they share memories. Probably, I'm not sure. She said
I don't
psyche.
know if she says like
She said psyche, not memories. But they probably share
did she?
memories. Yeah, she said psyche. So we share the same psyche. Her psyche washes over mine or something like that. Basically, I can feel what she feels. And so I think the idea is that Freya, for some reason, wanted a substitute. She wanted somebody she can basically imprint herself on to act in her stead for certain situations. I'm not sure why, but she wanted that. She wanted that kind of relationship with Horn, where she could like take her place, and maybe vice versa. Anyway, she basically wanted to stand in. So she could do something like, I don't know, pretend to be like this tavern waitress, while like Horn stands in her place as like the goddess, or maybe vice versa. Basically just having an extra around. Uh, so yeah, what's your theory though? What's your theory?
Uh, I feel like it's weird because we see the obvious nudge towards Seer actually being uh, um, Horn, as her name is the Nameless, which would be the case because she had her name taken by Freya, and the fact that she can kind of morph, which would I don't know, because Freya can also morph. It's an obvious connection between the two. But it's weird that we have not seen Seer's face. There is no other person like Seer. We haven't seen a face that could be Seer. So I feel like Seer. on her own is actually a different name. We also never saw her give Horn her name. We saw her take Seer's name, but we never saw her give Horn her name because they cut the scene before we saw that. I feel like Seer and Horn are two different people, and the person that we saw in that scene was Seer, who merged with Freya, which is why they now, um, which is why she can freely change into Seer. The problem with that would be how can Horn do the same thing? It's in all possibility. It's probably just Horn. It's probably just Horn, but with a 0.1% chance, I'm throwing this out there. It may not be Horn. It may not be Horn as a child.
Now, my theory kind of, because like, I'll ask this question first. Like, why does say Freya, say Siri is not a personality. It's just like it's just fully Freya pretending to be something else. Why would she? Actually, never mind. I was gonna say, why would she not just pretend to be Horn and take her appearance instead of taking another appearance of a third party? But I don't know, because maybe Horn is like, maybe she like, everybody knows Horn is her assistant, so that'd be weird for her to be also another person. So yeah, that makes sense. So my theory is that Seer, the appearance and personality, or the persona of Seer that we know who her is for the past few seasons is actually a different person from Horn as well. But it was not a girl. That girl was actually Horn. That girl was Horn. Her original name was Seer. But the girl we've been seeing this whole time is like all the seasons. There's some other person we hadn't met before, who was like the previous Horn. She was maybe her right name was really Horn, and she had the same kind of deal with Freya, where she could take her place and Freya could take her place. But when she died or something like that, Freya basically took her whole persona into herself, and now she can just swap into that persona whenever she wants to. That's a part of her, and she can do it just with any like woman probably. And Horn just happens to be the latest one, and then when Horn dies, she'll take on her persona, and that'll be just another basic outfit she can put on. And that's what she meant by like when she approached the little girl, she was like, I can give you one of my many names that I have. So basically, I can give you one of the names I collected over the years, and one of them probably was Horn. I'll give you that name, and I'll take on your appearance and stuff whenever I feel like it too. Now you can take over myself as well, and that's why I think it's kind of convoluted, but like this is a convoluted situation, and I don't know. I'm excited to see whose theories are right, what kind of mixture is, or if it's not, if anything we said was not right, if we didn't get anything right, I'll be happy for that too. If it all makes sense and it's still interesting. Like, man, this episode was I haven't been this happy to be not correct in a long time. I was like, it was just a fun review. I was like, oh man, we were both right in a certain kind of way. That was cool. That was cool. So
I also want to add that the theory of um, Seer being her own person, to lend credibility to that for me would be the fact that the Freya Familia respects Seer, and I'm pretty sure she is a goddess for them, but they don't revere her like they do Freya. But and Horn is they don't care for Horn.
yeah.
It seems
They don't care at all.
so.
They don't care at all. But like so,
Seer is considered
but we all
Seer
know.
is considered a very Seer is considered the goddess.
But
Freya is considered the goddess, and Horn is essentially a nobody to the guild. And
yeah,
I that's what makes me feel like Seer is actually the little girl, and they merged into one. It's just Seer has
yeah. But you got
or Seer is in Freya.
but you got to remember, did they really ever disrespect Siri at all? They treated her just like Freya. There was no distinction at all. Now I think about it, if you look back, because that was Freya. All those things we've seen these past episodes of Siri going on the date with Belle, that was Freya. And it's not like they ever like, oh, they didn't listen to her or nothing. They just treated her probably how they would treat Freya in the same situation. Maybe just a little.
I just
Less.
they don't. I don't think they don't call Seer a goddess, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
don't know. I think they should say something along those lines of like we need to protect, our
Gracious
daughter.
benefactor,
Yeah,
isn't it something like that?
yeah, something like that. I think they were treating her just like Freya for the most part, But like as long as it's like I feel like if Seer had decided to give them directions or commands of any kind, they would have like maybe stopped in the tracks, but she was kind of playing into it. Now I think about it, which
Also, the beginning scene, which initially made me think that there were two people in the same body, the scene of Seer and Freya walking past each other wouldn't make sense if they were the same, or if it wasn't two distinct personalities.
what? No,
See, the
no, no,
beginning of it was not.
it would still make sense. It was like think about it.
That wasn't Horn. That wasn't
That
Horn.
was Horn. That was Horn. Think about
Why
it.
would it be Horn? Horn doesn't. Horn wants to kill Bell because Horn doesn't
But
think gods and humans
wait a second.
should copulate.
You remember when we were confused about that death glare? That's because it was a horn the whole time. Think about it. That's why she
Yes,
get.
that was Horn.
Yes, yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Now,
No, 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 no.
what scene? What scene?
Because
What scene are you talking about?
Freya, it couldn't be Horn because Freya told um Freya told Sylve that she will give her a chance
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go out with
yeah,
Belle.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's not why would Horn couldn't threaten Freya. Freya would not let Horn threaten her. Also,
but you
Horn wouldn't threaten her anyway
but you
because Horn
but you
reveres her.
but you
So
remember
Horn wouldn't threaten her.
but you remember that we were like, oh, she's staring straight at Belle. I was like, there's no way she would look at Belle like that. She wasn't looking at Siri at all. She was looking at Belle. She accepted the deal, but she wasn't.
Yes, but that's way later than what I'm talking about though.
Are you talking about the scene
Because we
you talking about the scene when she goes and meet? I'm still talking. I'm
when
talking
she
about.
first
Yeah,
asked him when she first
I'm talking
asked
about that.
her,
I'm talking about before. I don't think this is like she's pretending to be Freya in that scene, or Freya's pretending to be Sarah. I think when they do it, whatever they're doing, they fully commit to those personalities. So when
I don't think so. Because if that's the case, then how can Freya stay Freya? That would obviously jeopardize Freya in anything she does when like because if Freya can't have an identity, then Freya can't be as manipulative as she wants, and we can see that she's very
but
manipulative
she's kind of
just
crazy. She's
by
kind of
we see
crazy.
her character.
I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of like a character's angle. They got where Horn and Freya. It's like characters they can play as, and like whoever has Freya right then cannot play as Freya at that time. I don't know. This is confusing, but it's cool at the same time. Like I don't know. I just think
There were two seers at one time, though. There
I,
were two seers because Freya was still disguised as seer,
I think I don't know.
sitting
Maybe
off
maybe they
out of the way.
maybe if one person is in a seer persona, I'm explaining them like the mech suits. Maybe if one person has a seer persona, they can still take on. So the other one can still take on the seer form. I don't know. But yeah,
We'll hopefully figure this out later. But that's the episode.
I do want to finalize that. But the only way, one way it can make sense for like how it seems like Horn was able to have some kind of say in what Freya did, apparently as Seer, is that I don't know. Whenever one person takes on the Freya persona, they are the top dog. And if you take on the Seer persona, then you have to listen to the Freya persona, and that's basically that's just how it works, But I don't know. That's my idea. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for this episode. So we even get into the rating thing.
And
I'll give
the
it.
beginning episode, not specifically for the second half of the episode, I didn't care for the first half that much. First half, I would probably give it a 7, but I think I would have to give a 9 to the second half simply for that reveal.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 too. Yeah, definitely. My favorite episode so far. And with that, I'll see you on the next one, travelers.
Adios.